YCS Utrecht top 32 breakdown. So what is up, guys? I'm looking forward to here. So double dinosaur and some other fun stuff ended up destroying YCS Vegas. It's not a lot to kind of touch on for Vegas. 3v3 team concept is a bit interesting, but dinos did really well on our side of the metagame. Meanwhile, Europe was a very other interesting creature. So let's dig on into YCS Utrecht meta breakdown, shall we? Alright, so top 32. So I see that our highest representation after top 64 still remained Spiral with 8. We crossed out 5 Spiral because we had 13 going into 8. Alright, I dig it. Alright, pretty self-explanatory there. And then we had 7 Salamangreat. We only lost 3 solid because we had, what, 10 solid decks in the top 64 cut? That's pretty impressive. And then we had 3 Shaddoll invoked. We lost 3 of them in top cut, which was a little bit interesting there. And then I see that we had 2 invoked. Then we had 2 copies of Dinosaur, 2 Altergeist, 2 Thunder, and 1 Lunalight here. Then we have 5 other, being one of those being the Burning Abyss deck. Now, Rockets died in top 64, which was super sad to see. Literally coming out of the UDS last weekend, everybody was super excited, like, oh my god, Dragon Link? This is unheard of. Like, it went to show that players had not really explored this format all that much. And then we come on over here into top 32, and you're just like, these are really weird numbers. It's almost like killing the top decks in the metagame really fixed problems. Wow, I never would have guessed that's how that works. So abnormalities in top cut here. We had, I think it was 3 Lunalight going down to 1 Lunalight. Now we've been complaining about the Lunalight package for quite some time, and seeing how like not resilient this deck has been for the last couple of tournaments, like, yeah, it's doing well regionally, 100%. What isn't doing well regionally? Even Striker is having success regionally. And then we come into a big, 12-round event, getting into the top cut, and you start to see the consistency factors kick in. And decks that aren't as consistent as things like this, you kind of start to see the real issues start to shine. And unfortunately, Lunalights just, it falls underneath that really weird category of, well, we're not as consistent as we should be deck. So that doesn't surprise me to see only 1. I wish it would have done a little bit better in terms of the event, but it's fine. Now, I did mention the Burning Abyss 60 card, whatever that thing was. It ended up going on getting 2nd place. I believe somebody made the comment somewhere along the way that it looked like he had just taken cards out of his binder and put them into a deck, and it was seeing some sort of success. So I mean, we can't dog on the man too hard for that. Like, call it what it is. Now we get into the fabled top 16 at this point. Now, top 16 breakdown, we lost a lot of decks here. So we have 4 Spiral at this point. Okay. 3 Solid. We lost a lot of Solid and a lot of Spiral along the way here. Then we get into 2 Shaddoll invoked. Alright. And the Galtergeist decks, we had 8 in top 64. Going on into top 16 here, we still have 2 of them sitting at the table here. I like that. That's what I like to see here. Alright? Good job for making it this far. And then we get into the solid top cut here. So we have the 1 Invoke deck, which I believe would have been the Mech Knight invoked list. We had 1 Dinosaur player, yet again, continuing to bring it on home. one Thunder Dragon deck. Now, a lot of people are like, Thunder, really? Like, the deck, we had 3 spots in top 64 out of this event. And a lot of players just looked at Thunder and they were like, yeah, this deck is dead. Like, who's actually going to play Thunder at a competitive event? Indy showed us an early iteration of it. Mexico showed us that we could continue the same concept. And we came into this weekend with a totally different spin on the variant. Like, players were aware of what was going on. Like, they weren't necessarily dumb to this. The deck is still, Titan Control is still very good. And we also saw, you know, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon coming out of this event as well, seeing play. I like this. It was very good. Very, very good indeed. And then, one of the biggest shockers here in top 16, the other category finally starts to get broken down, and we reveal an Orcust deck. Alright, now this spicy Orcust list, I'll have this up later today at, I believe, 5. But it was playing Magician Souls. One Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl. And though it wasn't playing a lot of spells and traps, this is a body that you can deploy onto the board. Deck thin a card out of your deck if you need to drop, you know, Crescendos to draw cards, or if you need to, you know, you don't have a dark for your allure or something and you just want to pitch it to draw without, you know, the repercussions, or like you just need to turbo on into those draw cards. You could do it with this deck. So it didn't surprise me to see this actually show up. Because Orcust has been on the back burner for a lot of players in today's format, and to be honest, deck still is as uninteractively fun as it's been. So one Orcust reaching its way on in here, and then we have one other deck listed as other, which is the Cherubini Turbo deck. So top 32 or top 16, a little bit more of an interesting creature in terms of your metagame breakdown. Now we start to shift on into the more fun stuff, the top 8. Now, top 8, we didn't see a lot of fun stuff. Everything that we kind of just knew was going to be here was here. And then, you know, we kind of start to head on into top 4, and you're like, oh, what's this? And then you get to the finals. The finals of this event were Salad versus 60 card Burning Abyss Turbo. Yeah. Alright, like, I don't actually have an answer for what it was, but it looked like a binder was put into a deck, and you had it. And then we called yesterday that it was either going to be Rockets or Solid that would win the event. Europe, let's be honest here. Europe had, going into day 1, highest represented deck was Solid. Alright? And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is Europe. Europe has always loved Salamangreat. Like, to see the deck win the event, yeah, they continue to adapt this. Now, yesterday and on stream, they were talking about microcoder, and they were like, oh yeah, Salad's playing this, like, it's so innovative, you can search for silent mining. I was like, wow, that's really cool. And we've been watching microcoder for the last couple days because players were hyping it up, and then we come into the YCS. The winning list didn't even play this. Alright, we played Prohibit Snake over it just for better tech options, and that was really, like, that to the extent of adapting the format for the deck. That was all we got. Like, let's be honest. That was your innovation, was Prohibit Snake. So, Salad did end up winning the YCS. Is that a shocking thing? I mean, no, not really. Europe, one, has always loved Salad. Players are continuing to adapt Salad to the format. Like, it shouldn't shock anybody. Now, as a whole out of the YCS, there was a lot of Shaddoll invoked. Alright, that doesn't surprise me. The amount of Rogue that did well, including Thunder Dragon, was very nice. Lunalight's terrible showing in Top Cut. It is what it is. I can't be too disappointed. I wish we could have seen more, you know, out of Top Cut. Sure, that would have been nice. No real hero decks either. Thinking about that right now. Yeah, there wasn't very many showing for hero. Actually, wow. Hero, where was your representation at? I thought you guys were supposed to be a good deck. You do well regionally all the time, but come to a big YCS, you just You died? Is Solid bully you? Is that why you didn't do well? Did Solid destroy you? Did Altergeist ruin your day? Sorry, hero players. That's how life is. What do you guys think about YCS Utrecht? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. The tyranny of Tier 0 Spiral is coming to an end. I'm out, guys. Peace out. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.